Friends and viewer, Circe by Madeline Miller. This is about the Greek mythology. Circe begins telling her origin story by stating that the name for what she is did not exist. When she was born, she described how her mother, Perse, a beautiful nymph, enticed Circe's father, Helios, a Titan, to marry her. When Circe was born, Perse was disappointed that her child was a girl. Perse and Helios have another daughter, Pasiphae, and a son, Perseus. Both are cruel, so the Circe avoid them and prefer to sit at Helios' feet. Rumors circulate that Prometheus is going to be punished by Zeus because he had given humans fire against Zeus' order. To begin his torment, Prometheus is whipped by fury before an eager crowd of other immortals. After the whipping, Circe and Prometheus have a brief conversation during which he tells her that not every god need to be same. Afterward, Circe goes to her room and cuts her hand, feeling that she has autonomy for the first time. Perse has another son, Aetus. When he doesn't earn a prophecy from Helios, she rejects him too. Circe decides to care for him and the two become close. Aetus tells her that he knows of some powerful herbs called pharmaca, which grow from the blood of gods. Helios gives Pasiphae away in marriage to Minos, the king of Crete. On the day of the wedding, Circe sees mortals for the first time and is struck by how fearful they look. Aetus informs her that Helios has given him a kingdom. Circe pleads with him to bring her home along, but he refuses and leaves for his kingdom shortly after. Perseus also leaves. Circe is painfully lonely after Aetus' departure. One day she sees a man in a fishing boat. She can tell from his scars that he is a mortal. She calls out to him, and after a few fearful moments, he relaxes and they become friends. The man's name is Glaucus. Circe falls in love with Glaucus, distraught that she cannot marry someone as lowly as mortal fisherman. She seeks her grandmother, Titis, whether there is some way to change Glaucus into a god. She staunchly tells her that it is impossible. Desperate, Circe asks whether Pharmaca would help. Titis is enraged and Circe realizes afraid. Now sure that these powerful herbs do exist, Circe finds out from her Titan uncle where immortal blood has fallen on the earth and brings Glaucus to one of these places. There she cuts some of the flowers and feeling a sense from these flowers that they are magic, she pours their sap into Glaucus' mouth. He becomes a god. She brings him to the halls of the god where he gets a lot of attention from nymph and other gods. Glaucus becomes enamored with Celia, a beautiful nymph. Celia flaunts Glaucus present in front of Circe, who is eaten up with jealousy. She pours some of the magical flowers sap into Celia's bathing pole with the intention to reveal her inner ugliness. The next day, Circe hears that Celia has transformed into a horrific monster and has fled into the ocean. Glaucus doesn't mourn the loss and he quickly moves on to other nymphs. Circe confessed to Helios that she has used magic, but he ridicules her claim until Aetos visit to confirm Circe's statement. Itus adds that he, Pasiphae, and Perseus also have these powers. They are all Pharmicas or witches and sorcerers. Helois confers with Zeus on how best to handle these unpredictable power, and they decide to exile Circe to a deserted island. Aeya, as she is the only one who admit to seeking out magic. The next day, Helois drops Circe off at Aeya. The island is lushly forested and has a house for her to stay in. She begins to practice witchcraft and explore her new power. As she brews potions and magically tames a lion to be her companion, her confidence grows. Hermes begins visiting the island and he and Circe become lover but not friend. He tells her gossip and one day he says that Celia reside in a strait nearby where she eat passing sailor. Circe is sickened with guilt. One day Circe has a visitor, a sheep led by Daedalus, an ingenious mortal craftsman under Pasiphae restrictive rule. He tells her that Pasiphae has ordered that Circe come help her through labor and mentions that they must go through Celia's strait in the hopes of defeating Celia. Circe agrees they make it through Celia's strait, but the spell that Circe casts to change her back into a nymph doesn't work. When they arrive at Crete, Circe and Daedalus perform a caesarean section on Pasiphae to remove her baby, which is vicious bull-headed monster, the result of Pasiphae's sexual encounter with the bull. Pasiphae ordered that they not harm it. After Circe sees a vision that Minotaur as a monster is named will only die many years into the future. She makes a potion that will limit its craving for human flesh to just one season of the year. When Circe asked Pasiphae to explain why she summoned her, Pasiphae explained that it is because she knew that Circe could withstand pain. That night, Daedalus and Circe become lovers, bonding over their guilt from past action and feeling of impotence against those in power. When Circe leaves Crete, Daedalus gives her a beautiful loom. Circe returned to her island feeling lonely and trapped. One day another ship arrives carrying with it Aetus' daughter Medea and her husband Jason. They ask her to perform catharsis to cleanse them of evil. Afterward, Medea tells Circe that they are running away from Aetus, who is trying to kill them for taking his golden fleece and for killing his favorite son in their escape. Circe notices Jason shrinking from Medea, so she privately invites her niece to stay on Aeya with her. Medea spurns her and declares undying love for Jason and to depart. Lesser gods begin sending their disobedient nymph daughter to Aeya, much to Circe's discontent. Shortly after Circe's Leon dies and she mournfully burns the body, feeling more. Another ship arrives bearing a crew of supposedly lost sailors. Delighted to help, Circe offers them food and lodging. After dinner, however, Circe notices a shift in their mood when they discover that there is no man on the island. She adds a potion to their wine out of her caution. After drinking the wine, one of the men chokes her and rapes her. After Circe speaks the potion, spells and turns them into pigs and kills them. Circe feels broken. More boats come and she turns the man from ships into pigs. One day another such ship comes and Circe turns the man into pigs as usual. But then a man knocks at her door. He had waited behind the rest of the crew. The man, later introduced as Odysseus, doesn't drink the wine she offered him and reveals that Hermes had given him moly and herb to ward off Circe's spell. Circe is intrigued by him and agrees to turn his body back into human after she and Odysseus have sex. She then invites Odysseus' man to stay a month to rest. Circe falls in love with Odysseus, who tells her stories of the Trojan War and explains that Athena is his patron. He stays longer than originally planned, but he eventually leaves to return to Ithaca, where his wife Penelope still waits for his return. Circe discovers that she is pregnant. She is sick throughout her pregnancy, and her labor is painful. After her son Telegonus is born, she realizes that someone is trying to kill him. Athena appears demanding that Circe hand over Telegonus, but Circe refuses. She creates a protective spell that covers the island and keeps Athena out. Telegonus grows up to an adventure boy. One day, he revealed to Circe that he made a boat with the help of Hermes, who has been secretly visiting him. So the story of the Circe went on. Circe and Telemachus become lovers. They sail toward the halls of gods, helping mortals in small ways, mending ships and offering magical remedies as they travel. When they approach the halls, Circe locates the hill with the flower that she used to transform Glaucus and Celia. She cuts several and they return to Aelia. Back on Aya, they discovered that Penelope has taught herself witchcraft. That night, Circe makes a potion using the flower that she cut off from the hill by the halls of gods. Imagining her future with Telemachus, in which she has children and grows old with him, she drinks the potion, hoping that it will turn her into a mortal. So this is the story of Circe, a part of a Greek mythology written by Madeline Miller. I hope you will enjoy. Thank you.